Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with another topic in our concept series, and our today's topic is BCG Matrix. So this topic is very important from exam point of view, and I have tried to cover all the important aspects related to this topic. So let's understand what is BCG matrix. Before understanding the BCG matrix or the growth share matrix, so BCG matrix is also known by the name growth share matrix. So don't get confused if in exams you get the name, if you get the question by the name growth share matrix. So the purpose of using BCG matrix is, the first one is the market planning and the strategic planning. We make use of BCG matrix when we are planning for our business and understanding the current situation of the business. The second point is a BCG matrix helps businesses understand their current and future competitive landscape. As I have mentioned, the BCG matrix help business understand their current and the future competitive landscape, and this is all about, and this is what we call the planning, the market planning. The process can help business owners improve products, identify new opportunities, and even determine products and services to eliminate. So this BCG metrics help businesses to understand how their product is doing currently in the market, what are the new opportunities in the market, and also what all are the products or the services or the business units which are not doing good or bringing profit to the business, and the businesses to eliminate those services or the product. Let's understand more about the BCG matrix. So the BCG matrix is given by the Boston Consulting Group. BCG matrix is a 4-cell matrix, a 2x2 matrix developed by BCG USA. It is the most renowned corporate portfolio analysis tool, and it is in use at present also. And it was started in the year 1970. So from back then till now, this BCG matrix is still in use. So the BCG matrix is a model used to analyze business products to aid with long-term strategic planning. The matrix help companies identify new growth opportunities and decide how they should invest for the future. The BCG matrix gives business a framework for evaluating the success of each product to help the company determine which one they should invest more and which they should eliminate altogether. It can also help companies identify a new product to introduce to the market. So overall, the BCG metrics give businesses the idea about the success of each product in which they can invest more, and about the product which is not performing good in the market so that they can eliminate the product and reduce the cost. Let's proceed further. This is how the BCG metrics look like. In this 4-quadrant BCG metrics template, market share is shown on the horizontal line and growth rate is found along the vertical line. The 4 quadrants designated are the stars on the upper left, question mark on the upper right, cash cows on the lower left, and dogs on the lower right. So examiner can ask you that on which 2 parameters the BCG matrix is based on. So the 2 parameters are relative market share and the market growth rate. In detail, that what is the market growth rate is and what is the relative market share. So the relative market share is one of the dimensions used to evaluate business portfolio is relative market share. Higher corporate market share results in higher cash returns. Now, how do we calculate the market share? Market share is calculated by taking the company's sales over the period and dividing it by the total sales of the industry over the same period. So that's how we calculate the market share. We take the company's sales for the fixed period of time and we divide the total sales from the industry for that particular same period. And this metric is used to give a general idea of the size of a company in relation to its market and its competitors. Now the market growth rate is high. So what we usually understand is high market growth rate means higher earnings and sometimes profits, but it also consumes a lot of cash to maintain the continuous market growth rate and cost huge investment to stimulate the further growth also. Therefore, business units that operate in rapid growth industries are cash users and are worth investing in only when they're expected to grow or maintain market share in the future. So businesses need to analyze this very thoroughly, that whether it is worth investing for the particular product or the service or not. So they should analyze it thoroughly, that the investing in particular service or product or the business unit will be fruitful for the future or not. Now let's understand the BCG matrix quadrants. There are 4 quadrants into which firms' brands are classified. The first one is the stars. So stars operate in high growth industries and maintain high market share. Stars are both cash generators and cash users, because as I have mentioned there, to maintain the high growth in the market, we need to continuously invest in the product and the service to make them up to the mark for the customer. So they are the primary units in which the company should invest its money, because stars are expected to become cash cows and generate positive cash flows. So company invest in the stars because the products falls in the category of the stars will eventually become the cash cows and give good earning to the company. But yet, not all stars become cash flows. This is especially true in rapidly changing industries where new innovation products can soon be outcompeted by new technological advancements. So, a star, instead of becoming a cash cow, becomes a dog. So, here it's mentioned that it happens most of the time that the product and the services or the business units which fall in the category of star, which falls in the stars quadrant, usually become the cash cow. But it is not always true. It may happen that the products which are in rapidly changing industry, like the technological products, like the mobile phones, the laptops, they get outcompeted very easily by the new technologies. So which the company is expected to become a cash cow may fall into the category of a dog. Now, what are the strategic choices that the company can make to make the product fruitful and to avoid the losses? So the strategic choices are vertical integration, horizontal integration, market penetration, market development, product development, right? So now the vertical integration is when the company take full charge of the production process of the product or the service, arranging a raw material, manufacturing, and the supply chain. Now the horizontal integration, when the company focuses on the mergers and the acquisitions of the same product in which the company deals in, and also focuses on the internal process. Now, market penetration is when the company is focusing on the capturing the more market share by catering to the existing customers with the existing product. Then we have the market development and the product development. So why I have mentioned the strategic choices here, because nowadays the questions are deep in professional knowledge. You cannot expect the questions just what is BCG Matrix is. They can ask you certain kind of strategies which is being used in different quadrant of the BCG Matrix. So you have to be very careful that what the strategies are being used in different quadrant. So the next is question mark. The question marks quadrant are the brands that require much closer consideration. They hold low market share in fast-growing markets, consuming large amount of cash and incurring losses. So the brands which fall in the category of question mark are the brands that require very close analysis. The reason is they hold very low market share, but in very fast growing market, right? And it has a potential to gain market share and become a star, which would later become the cash cow. Question marks do not always succeed, and even after large amount of investment, they struggle to gain market share and eventually become dogs. So therefore, they require very close consideration to decide if they're worth investing in or not. So this have to be a very careful consideration while doing the investment on the products, on the services which falls into the category of question mark, because eventually they hold very low market share, but at the same time in a very fast growing market. So that risk need to be taken with utmost care for the investment, so that the product or the investment will not go into the quadrant of dog or non-productive product. Right? The strategic choices which we use here are the market penetration, market development, product development, and the divestiture. Now, divestiture is the process in which the company completely discontinues the product which is not profitable to the company. The third is the cash cows, and the most favorable one. The cash cows are the most profitable brands and should be milked to provide as much cash as possible. The cash gained from cows should be invested into stars to support their further growth. Cash cows are the most profit. So the products and the services which falls into the category of cash cow quadrants are the most profitable one. And this gives the most of the profit come from these products. And the profit which the company earned from these products is invested in the stars, so that eventually they can also come into the category of cash cow. According to the growth share matrix, corporates should not invest into cash cows to induce growth, but only to support them so they can maintain their current market share. Again, this is not always the truth. Cash cows are usually large corporations or the SBUs. The SBUs is strategic business units that are capable of innovating new products or processes. which may become new stars. So if there would be no support of cash cows, they would not be capable of such innovations. So it is mentioned that although it is always suggested that the company should not invest much amount on this, only the amount which can maintain their current market share and the growth, cash cows are also capable of innovating new products of the process. So if the company will not invest them, they would not be able to, make such innovations. So this is also said that they should not only completely avoid the investment, but they should always look for the new opportunities and for the innovation, the strategic choices which we use here is product development, diversification, divestiture, and the retrenchment. Now, retrenchment is a process in which completely eliminate the goods and the services that are not profitable for the business. Now, next is dogs quadrant. So the dogs represent businesses having weak market share in low growth markets. They neither generate cash nor require huge amount of cash. So due to low market share, these business units face cost disadvantages. Generally, retrenchment strategies are adopted because these firms can gain market share only at the expense of competitors, oblique rival firms. So as I explained you, retrenchment is a business strategy that includes the desertion of products and the services that are no longer needed by the business. So they completely eliminate all goods and services that are not profitable for the company. Now, the strategic choices here is retrenchment, divestiture, and the liquidation. So in liquidation, the closing of a business through the sales of all its assets, whether it's machinery, doors, chairs, tables, everything. Whatever the investment the company had made, they sell each and everything to recover the losses. Now, each of the four quadrants represents a specific combination of relative market share and growth. So let's understand this also, because the question can be asked in this manner also, that in BCG matrix, low growth and high share represents which quadrant, right? So you should be in a position to understand that companies should milk that this falls in the category of cash cows. So low growth and high share companies should milk these cash cows for cash to reinvest elsewhere. As I have mentioned that whatever the cash and the profit the company is getting from the cash cow, the revenue, they invest into the stars so that they can eventually come into cash cow category. Next is high growth and high share. Companies should significantly invest in these stars as they have a high future potential. Next is high growth and low share. Companies should invest in or discard these question marks depending on their chances of becoming the star. So they need to closely analyze. Next is low share and low growth. Companies should liquidate and divest or reposition these pets, the dog quadrant. So this is all about the BCG matrix. I have tried to cover all the important aspects and hope this will help. So now test your knowledge. What does star symbolizes in BCG matrix? This introduction, the growth, maturity, or decline. Think of the answers. So the correct answer here is growth, right? So this is all about the BCG matrix, friends. I hope this session will be helpful for you. For more such content, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.